Hi everybody, this is Gary Dean and this is our video report for Monday, March 7th, 2016. Really a nothing day today. The important part I would say is that we just know that the bulls continue to buy this wedge right here, and they continue to do it until it breaks, and then what happens is everything just falls apart all at once because you got all these buyers that are trapped up here. So you can see right now that they actually have to be perfect because this wedge is just getting tighter and tighter right now. So the pattern that I continue to watch is that we're just making this ABC pattern. Once that completes, we will start the downtrend again, and it will, we're going to start this wave C down. So that hasn't changed. Today didn't change anything. This move up didn't change anything. It took me a little bit off guard the way that they went, and that was really because we had the big drop here, but then they gapped it right back up and actually trapped a lot of shorts here. But the thing is that the pattern hasn't changed. You can see that, even the littlest move down, they have to buy hard to keep it within this wedge. And, we're in the resistance zone with these bearish divergences. So nothing has really changed. We had oil that was up, I think like something like 8 or it was up a ton. Let's just say 8%. I'm not 100% sure where. But that's been a catalyst for rallies in the past. And, seeing the NASDAQ and the S&P that were just barely up. Well, NASDAQ was down, the S&P was barely up. But the oil going up helped out the Dow. But really, the thing is this. We're within this wedge. It's a bearish pattern. We have not seen any kind of break for almost well, we're going on 1891. This was going back on the 24th. We had this little pullback here, but it was bought right back up again. So the biggest pullback we've had since 1890 has been a very fast, like 30-point drop that was gapped up the next day on it. So there's, they're using a lot of gas on this move. We're still in the resistance area here. And the pattern still appears to be just this ABC move, and when it completes, I fully anticipate that the next move is going to be to the downside. Now, can we get a move down and then up again to complete it? Yeah, the market's going to do what it's going to do. But right now, there's a lot of people coming out there saying, they're giving the reasons why the S&P is going to be up 8 or 9% for the year, and this is what the psychology of the market does. Everybody was bearish down here. Now we're starting to see everybody get bullish up here. And, there's been a lot of energy that's been used on this way up. So we're in the resistance zone. If they need higher, then we could see somewhere in this 2021 area. But once it completes, the next move is most likely going to come down and make the wave C. So again, nothing's changed on the 60-minute chart. Bearish divergences are in place. You can see that this, they're just buying this wedge right here, and the problem with that is, they have to buy faster and faster each time because the wedge is just it's getting smaller and smaller up here. So when it breaks, that's when you start to see panic set in. That's when you start to see selling set in, but we haven't seen price break yet. So right now the bulls remain, driving the bus, and until the price breaks, it's, it gets a little frustrating, but it's one of the things that we, if history is going to be our guide, when, these buyers run out of steam and we start breaking the bearish wedges like we've seen over and over, you see 100-point moves done in 2 or 3 days. So I don't, I'm not sure if it's going to be the same this time. Obviously, you always have to keep an open mind. But this wedge right here is not something that I would be too comfortable buying and keeping in place. And if it heads higher, we're still right in the middle of this resistance zone. So that's really about all I have. I mean, we can see the pullback from here only made it to the 23% retracement level. Looks like they could be trying to form a triangle. But again, once it busts out of this, these are usually ending patterns, meaning they pop up and then they come back down again. So let's see what plays out tomorrow. I was really hoping that we were going to see at least the start of something today, but right now, the bulls are just buying this the wedge that's in place, and when it breaks, that's when you're going to see people probably running for the exits. So with that, have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.